Once again, we give you a live look from London where mourners are paying their respects to Queen Elizabeth. Her coffin is now at Westminster Hall. Her funeral with all the pageantry is so very public for the entire world to see. There is a lot going on, but there's a lot going on that no one will see or really even hear about it. For example, the Queen's will is not expected to be made public. Queen Elizabeth's personal net worth was never officially discussed during her lifetime, but estimates put it between $400 and $500 million. The Washington Post says the newly crowned king and his siblings will not have to pay any inheritance taxes on this money. That's because of a '93 agreement with Parliament that limited the monarchy's tax liability. Well, the Queen's wealth is not to be confused with the monarchy's wealth. The so-called royal firm, which has been recently estimated to be around 28 billion, that's with a B, dollars. Okay, so the monarchy money is really complicated, like where it comes from, where it goes, what's public and what is not.
Yeah, with that much money, it better be complicated.
Yeah. I mean, billions of dollars.
Wow.
And there's all these like grants and things and how people get money and how things are financed and
well, if you
all
think
that
about
jazz.
it, I mean, this is centuries of the monarchy, so it's probably been, building for forever. Hundreds of years.
So when I saw, of course, that the Queen was worth an estimated between $400 and $500 million, I started to look at who else was estimated to be that much of worth. Another queen, Beyonce.
Okay. The Queen Bee.
The Queen Bee.
There.
Oprah? Oprah, I'm sure. I didn't even see that. I just stopped at Beyonce when I saw that. I was like, oh, another queen is $400 to $500 million.
Jimmy Buffett is $500 million with just his Margaritaville franchise. Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
And you think to yourself, shouldn't the queen be worth more? But again, you have to separate the queen from the monarchy, right? And that the royal firm is worth the 28 billion bucks.
Couple dollars lying around.
It's a few dollars. And the will, I mean, I don't know who's getting what or who's left out of what.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, you don't know.
We'll never know that.
Right.
Well, so that won't be made public.
No.
Unless somebody chooses to talk.
Unless somebody chooses to talk. Now, I also looked to see if the royals get a weekly payday. Like, I mean, how do they do that? Like, do they just get, ching,
here's your money,
whatever? But they say that it's a yearly lump sum.
Ooh, all at once.
They get an annual whatever. Now they may siphon it out here and there, but they get an annual lump sum.
An annual
from,
stipend.
The sovereign grant is what it's called.
Could you imagine if we got paid once a year?
I would be
That
broke
would kind
by
of stress me out.
Yeah, me too. I worked for a place once and we did it once a month and I hated it. I couldn't budget.
There's like a lot of teachers once a month. I think most teachers actually get paid
they?
only once a month, like the first Friday or whatever.
The whole year though.
The whole year.
You'd really have to know what you were doing with your money.
And then I know someone who gets paid every single week, which I'm like,
Okay.
that would be a whole different way of budgeting and doing your
You might
finances
overspend
as well.
then.
Right,
I think so too.
But then you've got even on I guess the other end of the spectrum is like, for example, some McDonald's workers get paid every single day.
Every day.
The day that you work. So they, are maybe not are financially as stable, and so it gives them the ability to be more stable.
Interesting.
Interesting.